December for fitness coaches. Most coaches are going to just write off December 100%. They'll use the words like it's the worst time of year to make sales. I guarantee you, every single year that you're eating fucking shit, somebody else is absolutely crushing it. If we think about some of the best times of year, yes, that is October, November, December. Sorry, October and November, sometimes September as well, as it's coming through. The reason that it's easy at that point in time is because everyone's coming back from their holidays. And when everyone's coming back from their holidays, they have some spare cash, they've added a bunch of weight on, they need to start seeing some fucking results. You're right there to be able to help them. The problem in December, though, is Christmas. It's a very obvious problem. But if we actually break down what is the problem with Christmas is people don't think that they can have cash right now, and people don't want to start during a hard time for them. So if we're going to create an offer during December, and just bear in mind, this offer fucking crushed for us every single year, and it crushes for everybody else who runs it as well. In fact, one of my old clients, I seen that he put the same post that he put out last year, 12 months ago, yesterday. That's how well it worked. He just copy and pasted the last post from 12 months. If we're going to try and make a post during December that's going to crush it, we need to tackle those two things. Somebody doesn't think that they can afford it. Somebody doesn't think that's the right time right now. So if we're going to come out during December, we can't say to somebody, hey, here's a bunch of fucking bonuses. I'll coach you for free. Everybody does that during December. I'll coach you for free till the end of the year. That's not going to tackle the two problems. Again, the two problems are somebody thinks that they can't afford it, they don't think it's the right time. Giving them free coaching until the end of the year might fix the I don't think I can afford it right now, but you've still got the problem of this is the wrong fucking time. This is how you tackle people during December. We open up 10 spaces, 15 spaces, maybe even 20 spaces if you have a big audience or you're running a decent sized business right now, much bigger than what you'd normally run. So normally you'd run, we have 2 spaces open, we have 3 spaces open, maybe maximum 5. Whatever you normally do, double it. 10 is normally a pretty decent spot. You're then going to say to people, hey, we've got 10 spaces for January the 5th start. The reason I say January the 5th and not January the 1st, because January the 5th is the first Monday of the actual month. That's a good time for people. People don't want to start on a fucking Wednesday. People want to start on a Monday. So play into it. You're going to say, hey, we've got 10 spaces for January the 5th start date. Here's the best thing. You don't have to put down the full amount today. You can put down a small deposit and lock your space. If you don't do this, here's where the scarcity, here's where the FOMO comes in. If you don't do this, the next time that you get this opportunity might be February, maybe even March, depending on how busy I get. Everybody thinks that they want to wait till January the 1st right now. When January fucking comes around, nobody wants to make a start. If I'm going to sit here and say, guys, you've got 30 days to fucking build your business. Your FOMO's through the roof, your energy's through the roof, you're frantic, you're going to do everything and anything to get it done, or at least start to make a step in the right direction. When I say, guys, you've got 12 fucking months to make this work, you have no FOMO, no scarcity, no urgency at all. That's what happens to people when they come to January. All of a sudden, they don't have 30 days to get in fucking shape, like they promised themselves that they would in 2025. Now they've got 12 months. When you've got 12 months, you kick back, you relax, you're not really willing to spend fucking money. We get them when their energy's high. We get them when they want to kick in, which is during December. Again, they just don't want to fucking put down the whole amount. Saying to them, you don't have to put down the full amount. You can just put down a small deposit, gets everybody on a call. You will have no problems at all booking calls if you say to people, hey, you just have to put down a small deposit to lock yourself in for January start date. Everybody then jumps on a call. When everybody jumps on a call, that's then the job of the sales call to get either the full amount, whether that's a 3-month program, 4-month program, 6-month program, whatever the fuck you sell, or at least try and get the first month of them. If at that point you then want to say, I'll coach you for December free as a bonus, that's cool. But we don't lead with that because again, we're not overcoming one of the core objections with I don't think it's a good time right now. If we think about when we get on the call with somebody, if we're sitting there and they think, hey, I'm going to jump on, I'm going to put down a small deposit. They might be thinking month one, I'll put down. They might be thinking in their mind, I'll put down £100, £50, whatever it might be. The whole job of the sales call is to make them aware that you don't want to stay where you are much fucking longer. If you're going to jump on a sales call with me, you're obviously in fucking pain. Do you really want to have to wait 30 days until January? Do you really want to have to wait 15 more days? Do you not want to at least make a start on this? That's the whole job of the sales call. And that's where you can collect either the paid in full, and maybe you want to give them a discount or a bonus or an incentive to fucking take that, or you can try at least take the first month. And again, you can play around with whatever the reason is why they might take that. Maybe it's a bonus month on top of what they've done. Maybe it's an extended time of free coaching throughout the rest of December. Maybe it's just a discount if you want to keep it simple. But your job is to try and collect as much cash on that call, even though they come in thinking that they're going to put down a deposit. Again, that's the whole point of a fucking sales call. Somebody comes in with some expectations, you have a conversation, they're aware that the problem is much fucking greater than what they anticipated. Now they want to move forward. Obviously, this offer is way easier if you sell something that actually is painful. Like, you went with somebody that is struggling with bad back or hip pain, like one of my clients was. That's a really easy sale of like, hey, do you really want to wait till fucking January to be pain free? Not really. Okay, well, let's at least make a start on this. Weight loss obviously is, painful. When we're talking about building muscle and building size, is that really a painful thing that's going to move them forward from um, November, December to January? Probably not. So it depends on the pain level of the offer that you obviously have. But again, the whole job of that sales call is to try and stretch that as much as you possibly can. Every single time that somebody runs this, they are shocked and surprised in a good way by how many people actually just pay in full. When you sit on the call with that person, they think they're going to put down the deposit, and you're like, hey, you can put down a deposit, but just for a heads up, it's a 4 month program and it's going to come along to X. However, if you want to put down the whole amount today, I'll coach you throughout December for free and I'll take 20% off the top. How does that sound? A lot of people sit there and go, that actually sounds fucking great. I'm going to do this anyways. I'll put down the whole amount. And you might get 10, 15, 20% of people putting that amount down. The rest of them, the one that puts down the deposit, the first month, whatever it is, you take that off them and then you schedule it for January the 5th. So either one or two things, you collect a bunch of money just before Christmas. Looks like the kids are getting presents this year. Turkey's going to be on the table. Happy days. Or number two, you take deposits off people and you schedule the rest of the payment for the January the 1st or January the 5th or whatever the fuck makes sense for you. But you either collect a bunch of cash or you're rolling it next year, having a bunch of monthly recurrings come through the front door. It's a win-win on both parties. Every time that you put out an offer, especially something like this during December, you have to be aware of what is the reason that somebody's not moving forward. The reason that somebody's not going to move forward in December is because they think that they can't afford it because they have shit coming up that they think is a higher priority. That's the whole point of the sales call, to make them realize that it's not a fucking higher priority. And number two, they don't think that it's the right time right now. So again, we let them know, hey, you don't have to put down a full amount, and you also don't have to start right now. That gets them on the call, and then it's your job during the sales process to smash through that. Simple as. That's December offer. Works every fucking year. It works so well that clients repeat it year on year, and they don't even change the post. How are you actually going to market that then? So I actually wouldn't do a whole posting sequence for this. So when we done a Black Friday offer, there was like a 7 day posting sequence that I give you all. I wouldn't really run that this time. I would keep it even more simple. I would mainly run this on stories. If you want to do, let's say, a video on a Monday, today or tomorrow, whatever suits you best, and then you want to do one next week as one, and then you want to do one on a final week as one, as an update of, hey, I've just released this thing. Here's all the information. Here's the scarcity. Here's the next steps. Here's the call to action to do. Next Monday, we had 10 spaces. Now we only have five. And then the Monday following, oh, we had 10. Now we have five. Now we've only got two. You can do that for a posting sequence. What I would really focus on, though, is selling it throughout your stories. Because there's 10 spaces, you can count down over the next, I think it's 21 days or 19 days. I think from December the 1st, obviously today, Monday, I think the Friday is the 19th. You've got 20 fucking days, 19 days of scarcity and FOMO just to keep removing spaces. Do you need to sell all 10 spaces to tell somebody that the space is gone? No, you fucking don't. Nobody cares. It's not that big of a deal. But if you can drive some FOMO and drive some urgency, it plays a massive fucking part in this. So I would tell it on stories. And again, just making people aware, this is the offer, this is what's required, this is what you don't have to do. Here's what you need to do to start moving forward. As with any offer, and go out and send it to as many people as possible. In fact, we ran a Black Friday offer just internally. Didn't post to anyone on social media, didn't send out in emails, didn't put stories, nothing. I just manually went back to everybody inside of school that never got our $1 offer and just gave it to them. Just put it right in front of them and said, hey, are you interested in this? Here's the link. Here's the fucking code. That's it. I think we've got 6 people signed up on it. And it took me like the whole of 45 minutes to send out 500 and odd messages inside the school. Like, I still send the manual messages. Like, you can send the manual messages. Just put it in front of people. Old leads, ex-clients, people who have jumped on calls and not signed up, people who have booked calls but never decided to show up to the fucking call, everybody and anybody. This just might be the offer that gets them across that line because it's such a low barrier to entry. That's your December offer. So if you're a coach that's watching this on YouTube right now, click the link below. Videos like this, walkthroughs, tutorials, live calls, they're all done inside BFM for free. There's over 1,000 members and they don't pay a fucking thing for education. We just give it all to them. So if you go ahead and jump in, I'll see you there.